how poverty is created in America. Poverty in the United States is a multifaceted problem, with numerous contributing factors including racism, discrimination, unemployment, low-paying jobs, and poor education, among other issues. In the United States today, millions of people live off just a few dollars a day with very little access to health care or education for their children. As of December 2022, the HUD, or the United States Department of Housing and Urban Development, calculated that 582,462 people were experiencing homelessness in the United States and its territories. That number represented an increase of nearly 2,000 individuals over the last complete accounting of 2020 and remains steady at 0.18% of the nation's population. All in all, more than 40 million Americans live in poverty. Hi, you've reached Finance Sense, the place where we discuss all the most recent trends in the financial markets and the economy. As the new administration promises to fight poverty, we will look at the issue of poverty in America and how it is created. In this video, we'll shed some light on how the underprivileged fare in their dire living conditions. But before we get started, make sure to give this video a thumbs up, hit the bell notification button, and subscribe to our channel so that you can stay up to date with our new videos. Having said that, let's get started. It's possible that when we think of the standard of living in the United States, we see a perfect world in which no one is without the resources they need to survive. After all, there are slobs everywhere you go, and if a country has one of the economies considered to be among the strongest in the world, then the crisis can't be that bad, can it? However, contrary to popular belief, America has one of the world's most alarming poverty rates. Despite being the wealthiest country in the world and the home to the greatest number of millionaires, the land of the free is also one of the most unequal. Around 329 million people live in the United States, of whom 18 million are living in extreme poverty. Do you know how these individuals manage to get by in a country so rich and economically powerful? How familiar are you with the concept of the fourth world? Throughout the course of human history, the United States has portrayed itself as a place of unmatched equality and opportunity. It is a country that many others strive to emulate and to which millions of people immigrate in pursuit of a new life. This is the fundamental idea behind the well-known American dream as articulated by historian James T. Adams, in which it should be better, richer, and fuller for all people, with opportunity for everyone according to their ability or their work, regardless of their social class or the circumstances from which they come. Under Trump's presidency, the unemployment rate was below 4%, and the economy saw a rapid expansion and vigor not seen since the 2008 crisis. As Trump puts it, there has never been a better time to start living the American dream. But does this fantasy reflect the reality of life millions of individuals experience? Is it truly a nation of opportunity for people from all walks of life? A little-known concept known as the Fourth World describes all those groups that, while residing in affluent nations, endure insecure, unsafe, and socially risky living situations. And while this problem isn't exclusive to the US, it's certain that millions of Americans are struggling. Yet, how do the underprivileged live in the US? They manage in the same way that people do anywhere else. Appalachia, located in the eastern United States, is a crucial region in the country's effort to reduce poverty. Appalachia, formerly known for its coal extraction, is now a remote area where the American dream is thought to have been lost. In 1964, during his presidential campaign, President Lyndon B. Johnson went to Appalachia and was so appalled by the area's poverty that he declared war on such dangerous living circumstances. To combat poverty, he proposed and passed many forms of legislation, including the Economic Opportunity Act, the Food Stamp Act, and the Social Security Act, all of which remain in effect to this day. Yet, Los Angeles, one of the most famous and populous cities in the nation, is experiencing a homelessness crisis. Nobody would ever guess that Skid Row Street, a district of roughly 50 blocks, is home to the world's largest number of homeless people, earning Los Angeles the nickname Misery Capital of the United States. with approximately 58,000 individuals living in dilapidated tents on streets or beneath bridges. Nevertheless, this is not even the town with the highest concentration of evictees in the nation. Such title belongs to New York, where 76,000 people are displaced, but at least have access to shelters and sanctuaries where they may stay for the night. However, while the American dream and the principles it stands for are the foundation of the country, a lot of individuals are beginning to question its authenticity. The poverty rates among Asians and whites are the lowest of any major group at 12.3% and 12.4% respectively. However, the populations of African Americans and Native Americans are the ones who are most severely affected, with rates of 26.2% and 27.6% respectively, and seniors make up 9.3% of this homeless population. Meanwhile, the U.S. Department of Agriculture cites food insecurity as a significant challenge for the country. Around 1 in 8 American homes, or 12.3%, struggle to buy enough food for their entire family. One of the regions in the nation where this is most evident is the state of California. California is home to some of the most developed cities in the country and has the 6th strongest economy in the world. Nonetheless, there are plenty of places where homeless people congregate. Because of the existence of public databases on the internet, prospective landlords in Richmond have access to the personal information of tenants, which is something that would never be possible in other cities. A history of eviction makes it exceedingly difficult to find future accommodation. Overall, one thing is clear from all of these statistics, data, and the perceptions of hundreds of individuals throughout the globe. The United States is home to many of the most shocking poverty rates in the whole world, despite being one of the best economies on the planet, a plethora of metropolises, and a wide range of social services. The issue that arises now is there anything that can be done to address it? It's been nearly 50 years since President Johnson announced an open war against poverty and launched over 40 initiatives. Several of these social assistance initiatives have helped achieve this aim for many years. Yet the number of individuals living in genuinely dire circumstances has increased in recent years due to the COVID-19 pandemic, even though the overall number of such people has dropped. In addition to several of President Johnson's programs, many other programs are currently in place to fight this social problem. These programs range from criminal justice reforms in places like Virginia and California to a Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, or SNAP, designed to aid the thousands of individuals to survive on vouchers. Nevertheless, perspectives vary, and many think that raising the number of handouts and welfare programs is not a viable solution but a contributing factor to the issue by increasing people's reliance on external assistance. Many believe that addressing the root causes of poverty, such as social injustice or inflation, would be the best course of action. Thank you for watching this far. Please leave a like, subscribe to help us expand our future audience, and comment down your thoughts in the comments section. This is Finance Sense, helping you keep up with all the latest trends in the financial markets and the economy. Stay safe and look out for the next video.